What's up, world? It's your homie Tony, and I'm back with another live. And if it's your first time to the channel, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe button. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can stay notified when I drop videos like these. So, without further ado, we're going to get into the video. Let's go.
Named Prodigy who began speaking out about the Illuminati. He basically...
Let me get that on for y'all. Check this out, y'all. And y'all remember Prodigy.
Named Prodigy who began speaking out about the Illuminati. He basically said, I have this platform and I want to use my platform for good to wake up the masses to what's really going on in society. And so I am going to dig up this old clip of Prodigy right before he mysteriously choked on an egg. And he decided to speak with Alex Jones.
They're doing all this ritualistic murder and rituals on little, they molesting little kids, doing satanic sex rituals. Like, this stuff is really going on in this world. Like,
before he passed, Prodigy was dropping bombs on social media, speaking out against the system. And he even went so far as to suggest that some of the biggest names in hip-hop, yes, including Jay-Z, were involved in a secret society where their role is to push a certain agenda to the public. But that's not all. Prodigy also hinted at something even more sinister, claiming there were disturbing organized crimes happening within the entertainment world, targeting the most innocent.
He then mysteriously choked on an egg. Maybe the first person in human history to have choked on an egg in some capacity after speaking out about the Illuminati. There was a rapper named Prodigy who began speaking.
Wow. All right, let's get into the next clip.
That has been happening. Some strange events that has been happening all over Louisiana. Have you guys heard about this? Let's look into this, y'all. First of all, there is this doll called the Annabelle doll. And this doll is supposed to be erected in a specific place, but for some reason, this doll is on a tour. I don't know who tours dolls, but apparently this doll is on a tour, and one of the stops was Louisiana. Well, guess what? The day after this supposedly haunted doll left Louisiana, we have the Nottingham plantation, which is the South's biggest and most haunted plantation, burns down, y'all. And I'm talking about the fire started from the roof. Nobody knows how the fire started, but this thing is burning down.
Annabelle comes to New Orleans, departs New Orleans the following day. Nottoway Plantation, one of the most haunted plantations in the country, burns to the ground. Some people call it a coincidence, but look, in a city built on spirits, nothing burns without reason.
She's talking about a city built on spirit. She must not know we're in a spiritual war. This is literally war. And here's the most amazing thing. During the fire, y'all, we have shadows, pictures of melanated people looking like they're leaving this burning building. Look at this, y'all. Look at the shadows. Look at this. I'm gonna zoom in for y'all. Hold on. Check this out, y'all. Look at this. You guys can clearly see these are shadows of people. Look at the shadows, y'all. Look at the shadows of these beings walking out. Melanated beings walking out. Y'all see that, right? You see, the people who don't understand spiritual warfare, they wouldn't think that these things are spiritual holding centers for our brothers and our sisters, and how on the physical plane a lot of these beings died in these places. So these are spiritual holding centers. So now these things are burning down. Our brothers and our sisters are coming free, and now they are being free of their entrapment. Now they can work for us in the spiritual. Y'all see that this has a resemblance to the Django house? Look at that, y'all. Tell me that don't look like the Django house. Now here's the other thing that you may or may not know about. In the midst of all of this, 12 inmates escaped prison in Louisiana, y'all. What is going on? We're literally at the end, y'all.
Parish Sheriff's Office says that 11 inmates had escaped from the Orleans Justice Center. It happened this morning when a head count revealed that the inmates were missing. The jail is located about 2 miles from Bourbon Street. Officials now urging the community to use extreme caution, warning that these 10 inmates who are still on the loose should be considered armed and dangerous, and you do not want to get anywhere close to them.
See, now that all these souls are free, the ancestors could work for us. But yes, y'all, I be telling y'all that shift that we be talking about, it's here, and it's only going to ramp up, y'all. Did y'all hear about all of this? Let me know that in the comments below, y'all. What do you think about this? The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace.
Yo, crazy, y'all.
Major programs, immunization programs, where they're poisoning us. You know, they're infecting us with stuff on purpose, and it's called population control. A lot of times people say, you're a conspiracy theorist, you watch too many movies or something like that, you know? But a lot of stuff I was learning was very real. I've been given guidance, you know what I mean? Supernatural guidance that people wouldn't even understand if I tried to talk to them about it, you know what I mean? It's a story that's told about this black shadows that attach themselves to people here on the earth, and they feed off of negativity, they feed off of anger. I said, oh, like that is real, and it showed itself to me. I was allowed to see it. There's a whole bunch of other, like, you know, freedom fighters and just people that's, you know, putting the truth out there to the world, and the FBI and the CIA have these covert operations where they stop them, they kill them, they assassinate them, or they assassinate their character. They have major programs. It means
Deep, bro.
Yet, apparently,
Wow, what the
seen
heck?
this yet? Apparently, this guy came across the real Kanye West sitting down on a bench in downtown Los Angeles looking completely out of it. I mean, y'all, there's no denying it. This dude absolutely looks like Kanye West. He looks like he's just in a sunken place, just like the movie Get Out told him. Do y'all remember what B.O.B. said?
Certain black leaders get replaced, and all of a sudden they switch up and they doing shit that they preached against. They spent their whole legacy preaching against some shit, and then all of a sudden they cool with it. That's why you don't never see these niggas. There's certain niggas you just never see in public. You don't never see these niggas in public. And they either kill them or replace them, or they fake their death, they go and hide it. I'm telling y'all, like, I know, like, I study this shit, I know this shit. I'm not even saying it on cocky shit, but it's just the truth. Like, that's what the fuck is going on. From politics to hip hop music to rock music, call me crazy. I got lots of friends in the industry who I can't talk to no more. Can't even get them on the phone. Comes from where I've been at. Nigga, I've been here. So it's all connected. But they're not gonna talk about this shit. They gonna run a Bob Flat Earth headline probably.
You see, this is not far-fetched at all, y'all. Just like they be telling us in these movies. Hold on, does he have Yeezys on? Hold on. But yeah, there's a reason why they put this in these movies, because they're telling us truth in plain sight. And in the fact it took this long to find the real Kanye, you know, just like how this industry Kanye goes missing and then he appears, you know what I'm saying? It goes to show you the real Kanye is really a magician. But yeah, y'all, let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, share.
It's a strange, strange world, man. Let's get into this next clip, though, man. Wow. What in the world's going on with Kanye, bro?
This guy couldn't believe his eyes. While waiting at a traffic light, he saw something that looked like a glitch in the Matrix. The streetlight kept flashing on and off, making the tree in front of him disappear and reappear like a real-life glitch. And he wasn't the only one stunned. Right in front of him, a truck driver had to pull over just to figure out what was happening. It was like they both stumbled into a real-life video game, just when you think you've seen it all.
Bruh. What the heck? Alright, so let's go over those, man. First, you know, Candace Owens do be dropping some gems, and for her to get into the to the Prodigy thing, that's deep right there on its own. So yeah, man, I noticed that it was a lot of that, you know what I'm saying, going on when Kanye was speaking out. People were saying like, what's going on with Kanye? You know what I'm saying? They was feeling like maybe he was just starving for attention and stuff like that. But then, to see the real Kanye sitting, well, I don't want to say the real Kanye because allegedly that's the real Kanye, but to see a version of Kanye sitting on a park bench like that, now that is creepy. So y'all spam up y'all thoughts on that, man. Let me know how y'all feel. Is that the real Kanye or is that a fake Kanye or what? Or is it a clone or look-alike? Did they clone Ty? Please let me know what y'all think in the comments. And the Annabelle doll and the inmates, I mean, a lot of stuff started happening when they moved that doll. They shouldn't have moved that doll, but we got the plantation burning down. We got the inmates popping out the jail. And then the maintenance worker getting arrested for allegedly helping them out. Everybody innocent until proven guilty. Um, but they found one of the inmates sleeping on a park bench. You know what I'm saying? I got a story clip for y'all that's coming up soon. But yeah, he was sleeping on a park bench. Oh, I don't know if it was a park bench, but it was a bench outside. He fell asleep, bro. And I mean, I got to think about your plan B. You know what I'm saying? A couple of those people that got caught. So shouts out to them though, but yeah, and about the black shadows and the energy, like I said, we saw some of those type of things in this house, you know what I'm saying, creeping around and all that, and we're not really scared of that kind of stuff because I'm Muslim, but yeah, it's deep like that, man. Y'all got to get into that, protect yourself from those entities. They do feed off negativity, and I noticed that the more negative we were, the more we kept getting scratches on our back, bruises on our skin, don't know where they came from, and then eventually seeing something. And then once we got into the positive lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, without arguing no more, trying to make each other happy, doing our prayers, they just never show up, you know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, that's deep, you know what I'm saying? About the Matrix glitch, the light, man, like this show right here behind me in my background, it is a Matrix out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And a dude pulling over, seeing the stoplight, flashing back and forth, you see it. I mean, y'all let me know if you think that's AI or if that's real. But we're gonna keep it moving. Let's go to the next clip and all that, man. We gotta keep it moving. It's crazy though, man.
Was not only a movie, it was a story about how they destroyed one of the biggest trees that had belonged to this realm. And this is exactly why we see so many rocks that look like the tree stumps. It's because they actually were. Look at this one from 1899, and there are so many more that I can get you the picture of, but the point is that Avatar was not just a film, it was a story, and they throw it in our faces. And even in the Bible, Daniel, he talks about trees going up to the heavens, the firmament. If you really think these rocks were just rocks, you need to think again. Maybe this is another reason they don't allow us to explore the North Pole. Avatar was not only a movie.
Deep. Get it to the next one.
You guys remember last year when the schools in Florida were tossing away all of their library books in the dumpster? Well, it has kicked up a couple of notches. Now the historians, the people who have written our history, they're leaving the country. So what is going on, y'all? What do they know that we don't?
Happening. We're there. Historians are leaving the country. The people whose entire life and personality and skill set is to know and study history are leaving the country now because it's not safe. It's not safe. So it's here.
That's crazy.
Just know
They bouncing.
history is cyclical, and those who don't know it are doomed to repeat it. This is going to get much worse before it gets better. However, the fall is necessary. And from there we can rebuild. Who knows how long it's going to be. But yeah, the canaries have been singing for a while. Nobody wanted to listen. And now the historians are leaving for their safety. Awesome.
So you guys know in the movies where the president hits the panic button and nobody really knows and they just start moving quietly without the public realizing what's going on? I think we're at that point right now, y'all, because I truly believe that's why they talk about the bunkers openly and freely now. It's like if you're looking for these people, you won't be able to find them. You might be able to find clones of them, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna find the real ones. But I've been telling y'all, the shift is here and it's hit the fan. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. The check-in is here. Let's continue to get it.
Bro, they leaving? Don't leave without me. Let me know where y'all going. I'm trying to get up out of here too. Don't be leaving us out here. What y'all think though? Spam it up. Spam it up. We'll get back to that.
What the fuck is that? Look like some kind of a tent. What the hell? Ain't no way that tent. Ain't no way. Get out, Levi!
Yo, bro, what in the world? What's going on with that one, son?
Oh my god. Hear me? Yeah. Oh my god.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Let's go to the next clip. Oh my goodness.
So I was walking through here, and whenever you get right here, you can see something fucking behind me. And I don't know why, and like I have tried
This is crazy.
Bro. Nah, bro. So let's talk about it. So the tree stumps, man. I did hear a lot about the tree stumps
Famous
before.
mystery.
I need to know y'all thoughts though. I kind of believe that they did cut down some tree stumps back then. And you know, there's a lot of mountains that look like tree stumps. So I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I go with a real rap on that. That's kind of real. The historians leaving the country. Now, that's a mind bender right there. Usually in these movies, when they start bouncing, they start leaving, there's something going on that we don't know about and all that. So, yeah, does that worry y'all? Y'all let me know, like, what do y'all think, man? There's something strange going on that they don't want to tell us or what? You know what I'm saying? And the flying tent hitting the TikToker, like, bro, did y'all see that? I mean, he just flipped over or whatever, the camera fell, so it kind of looked real. And that joint was like transparent, man. So I don't know. I mean, that could be AI, you know what I'm saying, for views. I don't know. Y'all spam it up, let me know. That could be 50-50 on that one. But and the lady with the creepy black eyes in the creepy video, now that was scary, bro. And it was people that were saying they seen people like that on planes. Remember the lady who said, that dude is not real. She was saying the dude had black eyes. She was describing the same thing you just seen in that TikTok video. So that might be a real rap too. And then the dude saying, yo, you could hear me, and he's somebody speaking back to him. That's wild. The salt moving by itself and the door opening, that's definitely wild. I mean, that's real. That look real. I'm gonna go with real. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And the doll moving by itself on the ground, that look real too, man. Unless you got some good strings to pull it and make it do that, or you a good puppeteer or whatever, but I don't know. Let's go into the next one though. This is strange, creepy world. Let's go to the next clip though, man. Wow. It's crazy, bro.
Mysteries about iconic people that remain unsolved. Marilyn Monroe's death. In 1962, Marilyn Monroe was found dead at just 36, officially ruled as a drug overdose, but theories suggest foul play, with claims that her ties to powerful figures led to a cover-up. The missing brain of Albert Einstein. After Einstein died in 1955, the doctor performing his autopsy took his brain without permission, hoping to study its secrets. But instead of being preserved for research, pieces of it disappeared for decades. Some fragments resurfaced, but parts of his brain are still missing. The disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa. Jimmy Hoffa, a powerful union leader, vanished without a trace in 1975. Many believe he was targeted by the mafia due to his influence, but despite decades of investigations, his body was never found. Elvis Presley's death. Elvis Presley's 1977 death was ruled a heart attack, but fans refuse to believe the king of rock and roll is gone. Over the years, sightings of Elvis have fueled conspiracy theories, with some claiming he faked his death to escape fame.
Word? The king of rock? Nigga can't find a body? I ain't know that, dog. Spam it up and let me know if y'all knew that.
Oh my God. How in the hell? No way.
That real, bruh? Man, that's crazy. It looked kind of real to me, B. I don't know, though. And I hear how people screaming.
Somebody recorded a UFO crash site up close. Let's look into the video.
This is the crash site. Up close in person. They got jets flying over the skies looking for it.
Oh, wow.
Y'all seeing this? UFO crash site up close in person.
What the heck?
And y'all know we gonna start to see more and more strange things like this.
Yo, that gave me chills just now, bruh.
I don't know where this is located at. If y'all know where it's located at, let me know in the comments.
Gotta be Mexico and Las Vegas or something.
But y'all seeing this?
All that sand desert. Dang, homie.
You know what time it is. Every day that passes by and they get closer to that time, we're gonna start to see more and more activity. Go outside and look up. You'll be surprised at what you see. And you might get lucky. What's up? It might come down. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
Shout outs to Wisdom Blast. Wow, that's creepy. What y'all think?
Clear slot coming around.
What is this?
And basically the entire...
This is a tornado forming.
Oh, you can see it. No, you can see that,
This
bro.
thing goes crazy. And then after this tornado actually goes away. What is this doing?
But pretty amazing shot as that looks in. Can you still see, Josh? Looks like it maybe trying to rope out just a little bit.
It's cloaked.
And then he walks in front of it.
Almost all the way to the ground, though. And look, it's starting to twist there just a little bit.
What is it?
Picked up on the ground, Josh, are you?
It's literally moving towards the tornado. Honey, it's moving towards the tornado.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing that it can come down that far, but
I'm watching this white spot. There's this white spot right here. That is a part of it, and it's slowly getting closer. It's about to hit the tornado. No, it's right there. That white spot. It's literally just got into it. Well, look.
What's happening is you're now getting the rain and the cooler air to choke this off. See this in the mid layers?
Yes.
It's starting to choke off just a little bit.
Oh.
So looks like that we could be on a weakening phase. We may be cycling again. And in about 10, 15 minutes, it may try to do this again.
And it does.
Again, this is northeastern parts.
But whatever this is, broke all of this apart. Was this like a cold air current? Like what the heck?
Bruh, what the heck is going on right there? Y'all gotta let me know. Let me know, man.
Looked at it, I couldn't believe it because there was a hole in the steel. And this is steel that was, you remember the width of the windows in the World Trade Center, folks. I think you know, if you were ever up there, they were quite narrow. And in between was this heavy steel. I said, how could a plane, even a 767 or 747 or whatever it might have been, how could it possibly go through this steel? I happen to think that they had not only a plane, but they had bombs that exploded almost simultaneously, because I just can't imagine anything being able to go through that wall. Most buildings are built with the steel is on the inside around the elevator shaft. This one was built from the outside, which is the strongest structure you can have. When I first looked at it,
It's from the horse's mouth and all that, bro. So let's recap. Marilyn Monroe's unaliving. What y'all think about that? Let me know. Was that a mysterious unaliving? And the Einstein brain thing, I was today years old when I found that out. That's kind of strange and creepy also. What's going on with that? Hoffa disappearing. Well, I for one believe that uh those boys, we ain't gonna say their name on here, but you know, those people he was involved with definitely took him and did something with him, bro, because no one is just gonna disappear and not be resurfaced again unless some some guys that get involved in that kind of behavior do that to you. So yeah, I believe they might have fed him some sharks or allegedly or some dogs or something. They did something to him though. Definitely did something to him, bro. He ain't here no more. His family, nah, he's too big of a figure to go disappearing like that. And then you know, Elvis Presley, they saying that he faked this unaliving. Y'all spam it up and let me know what y'all thoughts is. He was never seen again. I never knew that. You know what I'm saying? But if that's the case, you know how it is with certain celebrities and even with Hoffa. You know, Jimmy Hoffa, Elvis Presley, and then the mysterious unaliving of Marilyn Monroe. We know that those three-letter boys was out there. You know, and I'm speaking about the MOB. You know what I'm saying? They was out there doing a lot of dirt back in the day. You know what I'm saying? The UFO ship in the parking lot. Let me know. Do that look real? You heard all them screams? That's wild. Let me know and spam it up. Let me know what you doing. If you come in a parking lot, la 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 la, and you see something like that floating down, is you running? Is you standing there recording it? You know what I'm saying? I for one don't know if it's real or not because they stood there and recorded it. Because I know I'm blowing it if I see that. But and the UFO crash site, now that look real. That's definitely not cap. And I look like maybe Nevada or Mexico or something like that. I don't know where it landed, but for it to land like that, like just straight up like that, that's wild, man. What kind of world is we living in? And I don't want to say unidentified, you know, because that might be our government. Sometimes I'm be thinking they be playing with technology that they ain't released yet, you know. I mean, we got these iPhones. I'm coming from an era with beepers, and now we got phones that answer questions when you ask it, you know, hey, chat, tell me what and they'll tell you the whole world was created and all kind of nutty stuff. But don't stray away from your belief systems. Um, I would give y'all my this is my advice is don't stray too far away from your belief system because it might be like a you know, like an agenda going on to tell you UFOs and this and that. And those that know about blue beam or blue team or whatever we want to call them, those people, they got an agenda, you know what I'm saying? And Hollywood does have, um, they have like a budget for that kind of stuff. So yeah, but let's get into the next one. I mean, I said Hollywood, I mean the government has a budget for Hollywood, if you didn't know that. And yeah, let's get into the next one. Basically the UFO that was in the cloud, now that looked cloaked. That looked so real, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you see how the newscaster was walking past it and it was still just doing what it was doing. And Donald Trump talking about the 911, bro. I didn't know Donald Trump even weighed in on that, but you hear him saying that. I think there was explosives, and I got clips of them people coming out of the joint. You know, I used to work at the World Trade Center, and I quit right before that happened. So, alhamdulillah, praise due to God that I quit. But yeah, man, that building was definitely strong. They had entire malls on floors, bro. That it was a huge building. You know, you got a whole mall on one floor type building. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, Donald Trump saying that, that's like that's real talk right there. You know what I'm saying? You heard it from the horse's mouth. But yeah, let's get into the next clips, man. We ain't gonna hold you. Wow, y'all spam it up and let me know y'all thoughts though on those clips, man. Strange, strange world we living in, huh, man?
What the fuck?
Yo, bro. Oh, is that electricity coming out there, Joe? Yeah, the lightning coming out there, mud. That's creepy as I don't know what, man. And then it got a metallic shape. What the heck? Spam it up, man.
This man recorded the UF or the moon with telescope and captured this. I see the moon. I see a couple ice spots right there, a couple blue dark spots right there. They'll zoom in. What's going on? Okay, nothing. I see the dark shadow, dark side of the moon. We see here, we got a red light right here. Oh, we got a little UFO craft there. Another red light. What's going on? Are these? Is this like a tower for aircraft to avoid? What's this? What's that guy doing? This is a moon crater, and it seems to be some red light reflecting on the very edge of the crater. This is a really good video. This is okay. It's zoomed in now of whatever the craft is. Going that way. That red light though, what is that?
Yo, what is that, bro? Mm-hmm. You know what that was. Mm-hmm. Could be Cap though. Could be his homeboy in a mask. I don't know. You know, TikTok do a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold on. What the heck was that, bruh? Did he just change from a dog to a man? Hey, yo, bruh. Are y'all seeing this, man? That's creepy as hell. That's creepy, bro. Alright, let's recap. Let's recap, bro. For real, like. So, the orb in the parking lot, that's wild. What's y'all thoughts? Is that real? It had a metallic shape to it too, so yeah, I'm thinking that mug looked kind of real, and it was just rolling around like that. Now, what's y'all thoughts? Y'all think that's the GOV, or is that an unidentified thing popping up? Y'all let me know. The red dot behind the moon clip, what's going on there, bruh? Like real talk, what do y'all think that is? The red dot behind the moon, the telescope joint, man. Did they fake that? Is that real? What like and then the UFO in the sky twirling around like that? That was strange. It was kind of looked like penguin skin a little bit. And then the creepy monster under the bed one. Now that's wild. Like I know if I look under the bed and I see something like that, throw the whole bed away, throw the whole crib away, man, for real. Like, but I don't know. And then yeah, the baby infant in the crib. And the creepy little spam it up. Is that AI or do you have to think that me? I'm gonna go with real because evidently they got a monitor on the baby, what the baby's doing, and it's just capturing that. So unless they put on a mask and a suit and just went in there and just for views, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know, man. And then the shape shifting dog one, yo, I think that's real rap. I think that those things really be out here. And if it is a shapeshifter, I just want to let y'all know that we believe in Islam that that might be a jinn. A jinns do shapeshift, bro. So yeah, we've been knowing about that for 1400 years, and the world is just now getting put on to that. But yeah, there are shapeshifting jinns, man, and they live amongst us. They've been here for thousands of years, bro. So that's just our belief in Islam. Oh, y'all spam it up. Let me know if y'all think that's what it is, cause I ain't gonna hold you. That's what I think it is. But let's get into the next clip.
So Elon Musk breaks his silence and he is finally speaking up about the sun. He is warning y'all about the great solar flash that is to come. And not just that. Meanwhile, you have Florida senator passing out. Why? Well, because Florida skipped spring. And he is
told me the sun is going to burn us. Disputed fact. I didn't know this was our destiny, to get roasted by the sun.
Yes, and I don't think there's anyone who would disagree with that.
So, Governor, forgive me. I've got to sit down because I am not feeling well.
Hey, we got you. We got you. We got you.
Yeah, I always say when these people are talking to the public, they are talking to their people, meaning the NPCs, the people who are part of the Moon Matrix hologram. Because the indigenous people who were part of the original Matrix before the New World Order is still going to be here. And yes, the New World Order was them coming in and installing a New World Order because we had the old world before they got here. And then no surprise as to why you have Senator, like the movie Sinners was telling us, right? Senator ill, Liana, right? And they're all falling ill. You can't make this stuff up. The universe is speaking to us. And then just to add insult to injury, they have a melanated man grab her and say, I got you, I got you. Now, I could be reaching here, but we already know with the sun intensifying and the planet changing, you're going to need another spacesuit in order to be able to operate and maneuver in this new reality. That's why we feel this change is happening within our DNA right now. These people get into our minds by way of subconscious programming. This over here is a subtle way of subconscious programming because you would have no idea. This looks innocent, but it's really not.
The time these young people get ready to have children, they will realize that as the hole in the ozone layer gets larger and larger, more and more sunlight is allowed to enter our environment, and more people who have pale faces are going to die of melanoma. which is a skin cancer that you get if you don't have enough melanin in your skin. Let me tell you, people of color are going to be very much in demand for reproduction in the future. And mark my words, you're laughing now, but you wait 20 years. You won't even have to wait 20 years, because they're going to see that if they want their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren to survive, they're going to have some melanin in their skin. That's the way it's going to be. This is going to take care of itself.
So Elon Musk breaks his silence.
Deep, bro. Deep.
Now raising the alarm on British plans to block the sun. Raymond Pierre Humbert, a professor of planetary physics at the University of Oxford, said this month that the UK's gamble on solar for cancer, calling the project barking mad. He went on, since 2021 commentary from ourselves, the situation has grown far worse, with tens of millions of dollars pouring into the scheme, mostly from private donors. Bill Gates was an early backer, and the tech and fintech industries have piled on since. But we never imagined that the UK government itself would be leading the charge into what is almost universally recognised as the most dangerous and destabilising source of research. Field trials that risk developing dangerous technology and paving the way for deployment. Did you catch the name there? Bill Gates. I know many people watching this now will be rolling their eyes at the mention of the Microsoft billionaire once again, but it is an indisputable fact that Gates does have his hands in many controversial cookie jars. This was Tucker Carlson in the US some years ago, raising the alarm on America's own geoengineering madness.
And that's why Bill Gates is now backing something called sun-dimming technology that would reflect sunlight out of the Earth's atmosphere, causing global cooling.
Bill Gates is backing the first high-altitude experiment of one radical climate change solution, creating a massive chemical cloud that could cool the Earth. It's called solar geoengineering, and it's highly controversial. It would look something like this. Thousands of planes would fly very high and use nozzles to inject millions of tons of light-reflecting particles into the stratosphere. It would create a thin chemical cloud of those particles around the whole planet, blocking some sunlight from reaching the surface.
Leading scientists are now raising...
Who's to say they're not even doing that already with all these CM trails? But let's keep it moving.
And finally, when I met her, and she came really very humble to my house and asked me if I can teach her, I started really changing my opinion about her entirely. I found somebody who really is serious, who really wants to learn and find out about himself, how much he can push her mental and physical limits. We made this workshop in the woods, and she was such a good student. She never cheated. She really went much farther than I asked her for. And really, I learned that I started having a huge respect for her.
You must pay the ultimate price. Sin! 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 Oh, stendi mihi, indica mihi, behold the summoner, behold Lamashto. Lamashto has seen through you. Oh, great. Now they...
And finally, when I met
her. Bro, they do strange stuff like that on TV on purpose, homie.
Wait, this can't be true,
we don't
right?
know about? What if I told you there's a part of the Earth no one's ever seen? At least, not the people you know. Everyone's stuck believing the Earth is this perfect little globe where sure, you just stroll in a circle, and boom, you're back where you started. Cute idea, right? But tell me, why don't we just cross Antarctica? Oh, right, because nobody ever has. You think it's just this cold, useless slab of ice at the bottom of the world, but that's the lie. Antarctica, it's not just land, it's a wall, a barrier. It locks us inside the tiny part of the Earth we think we know. And what lies beyond, that's where things get interesting. The people in power, they know what's on the other side. They make sure you stay clueless like good little sheep, believing you live on 7 continents. But you've got no idea what's out there. Whole continents. Oceans bigger than the Pacific. And humans who have lived beyond that ice wall for centuries were nothing more than their experiment, caged inside this small, controlled space. That's the real reason no one lets you explore Antarctica. They don't want you wandering too far because once you cross that ice, you'd realize we're not in charge of this world at all.
So wait, you're saying there's this can't.
Wow. That always amazes me. Clips about the Antarctic.
Got to be kidding me. Now we need Justin Bieber to say Kininigan so that we know he isn't actually a shapeshifter, because this latest report out of Australia, of all places, claims that like 100 people saw him at an airport. It's always an airport with these shapeshifters. They saw him turn into a lizard person, basically, and there was like 100 people, and it was in the news.
The Australian news site Perth Now allegedly released a report claiming hundreds of fans saw JB shapeshift into a giant lizard at Perth Airport. The alleged report even had quotes from people like a local skater who claimed bodyguards tried to cover JB mid-transformation and threatened to kick people's teeth in if they didn't put their phones.
As for my opinion on all of this, I think that we really need to make this word Kininigan more mainstream so that people know about it throughout the whole country, so that when we do come across somebody who is acting out of the ordinary, we ask them to say this word, and if they don't say it correctly, if they start like grumbling when they say it, it means that they are likely a reptilian shapeshifter. So if more people knew about this, we could get the word around and have people actually say the words so that we know that they're human and don't just disappear. You've got to be kidding me.
Or, yo, chill, bro. That's crazy. I'm gonna say it though, Kininigan. I ain't one of them. You know what I mean? Let me let you know right now. But yeah, man. Wow, bro. Is that wild or what, man? What the heck? Yo, that's creepy, man. Anyway, so yeah, Elon Musk on the sun. What's y'all thoughts on that? I'm hoping not though, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that to be true. That the sun gonna try to end us and all that, but yeah, like what's really happening out there, man? That's creepy, bro. Like I don't want the sun to do that, to do the solar flash thing and wipe out the earth and all that, but if it is, let me go ahead and grab one of them radiation suits with the joint, you know what I'm saying, to breathe. And I don't know, like, what you gonna do? Be like hide behind a mountain, a cave, or something? I don't know, man. But I know if it get that hot, I'm taking my shirt off. I ain't supposed to take my shirt off, but you know what I'm saying. Might have to take my shirt off that day. But yeah, ladies, just calm down, calm down. But yeah, and then the senator passing out like that. Do it look like she was acting? Is that a script? You know, because a lot of stuff on the news be a scripted thing. You know what I'm saying? Because they be saying same words and all kind. You know how the media does. You know what I'm saying? How Tupac was telling us, and yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of strange for her to pass out like that and then give you a warning, like, "Yo, I feel bad, man. Bow." Like, no, you're just gonna go bow. Like, you know, I feel bad. Hold up, watch this bow. Like, but I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all think that's cap or real rap. I'm gonna go 50-50 on that one. The UK trying to block the sun and all that. Hey yo, dog, for real? Like, but you know, we've been seeing planes going by with the little white stuff coming out the exhaust. I used to think that was exhaust. Evidently, that's not exhaust, bro. That's what they call chemtrails, allegedly. So, and if it is a trail of some type of chemical that's gonna block the UV lights coming from the sun and to make it a little bit cooler down here, y'all spam it up. Let me know if y'all think that's cap or real rap. Maybe that's real. You know what I'm saying? Because I be seeing them in like grass. They be like perfect lines too. Um, Lady Gaga. This is crazy, bro. Like that whole thing was not just a play or act, bro. They doing this stuff right in our faces. They got they had the football game where they had a whole image of the devil come out of the doggone seats. Now they doing rituals on TV telling her to drink blood. And who is this for? Like, imagine your child just stumble on that channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on really? Like, but yeah, Holly weird. They say that Hollywood was actually from a holly tree and it was used for magician purposes. And they was conjuring devils back then. So I mean, the whole setup is probably down with that. But y'all let me know. I think that's real rare. I think they really on it like that, trying to push these rituals on you so that you could watch them and they could like mess with you. So I seek refuge in God. I seek refuge in Allah from the cursed devil. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, for even watching that clip. And that's for educational purposes only. But we're gonna keep it moving on that. And beyond Antarctica, man, that always amazes me. Like what's beyond there, a ice wall, and how is they keeping this wall frozen when the sun goes all around the Earth? Apparently, you know what I'm saying. So if the sun goes around the Earth and it's that ice wall is just staying cold, are they having some type of machine that makes it stay cold? I mean, because you know your freezer. Ice melts on its own, bro. That's science. Like ice melts, bro. You know what I'm saying? So why hasn't that ice melted at all for these whole long time I've been alive? You know what I mean? I don't know. But apparently it's supposed to be so cold that it don't melt. I don't know, man. Whatever they got going, they got going. But something is freezing it, some type of power or whatever. I don't know, man. We're gonna keep it moving. But yeah, and then Justin Bieber shapeshifting, bro. They said that about Jay-Z one time. How many of y'all remember that? Raise your hand if you remember. Comment below, spam it up. If you remember when they were saying Jay-Z was on a plane and he shapeshifted, it was like mad fans saying it. Now it's 100 fans saying Justin Bieber shapeshifted. And yeah, allegedly, you know what I'm saying? That he shapeshifted. And my grandmother always told me, like I told y'all on the last live, 12 Frenchmen can't be wrong. So if it's more than one person going around saying, hey, this is what I saw, 9 times out of 10, that thing probably happened, G. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, is that the real Justin Bieber or is that another one, man? Y'all let me know. But let's get into this next clip right here. I got something from Fox News I wanted to get into. Just check this out right here. It's a wild story right here, y'all.
No justice will ever cure my broken heart. It's not going to ever bring my baby back.
And 2 young suspects are now charged with murder and robbery. That's after a deadly shooting in January on Indy's North Side. Thanks for joining us first at 4. I'm Aaliyah Blackburn.
And I'm Rafael Sanchez. Fox 59's Jesse Wells spoke to the victim's parents and explains what police say led to that violence.
According to court records, the murder, which took place right here on this street behind me, stemmed from a date that turned into a robbery. The victim's family hopes both the 19-year-old woman who's accused of arranging the crime and her 18-year-old boyfriend who allegedly committed the shooting are held accountable for that senseless killing. Jarrell Pryor stayed out of trouble and worked hard raising his daughter Honey until he was set up, ambushed, and shot to death near 49th and Primrose, just north of the state fairgrounds in late January.
I'm broken inside. I'm torn. I'm tore up.
He lost his life for going on a date.
In fact, just a few hours before Tamika and Travis Wiley's son was killed, police believe Pryor messaged this woman, Alexis Hawkins, asking a 3-word question, "When you free?" This affidavit claims that while Hawkins agreed to go on a date with Pryor, she simultaneously began messaging her boyfriend, Brian Winston Jr., arranging to rob the unsuspecting victim.
Wow. It was a senseless act, and they didn't get nothing out of it. And they took everything from us. You can't escape this type of pain. You can't. There's no running from it. There's no getting away.
While talking to police, Hawkins allegedly admitted she was at the scene inside the victim's car at the time of the shooting, but denied taking part in the violence. For their part, police insist a series of messages between the 2 suspects ties them to the robbery and murder. Pryor's parents say they celebrated his daughter's 3rd birthday without him just a few weeks ago, and the arrest of the 2 accused killers does not ease the family's pain.
I mean, no justice will ever cure my broken heart. It's not going to ever bring my baby back.
It really doesn't matter if they spend the rest of their lives in jail. We lost, and we have to deal with this pain every day.
Finally, Hawkins made her initial court hearing last month. Winston has not yet gone to court. Both suspects are being held without bond pending trial. Jesse Wells, Fox 59 News.
Hey, bruh. So let's recap, man. So they went, right? So he hit her up, you know what I'm saying? He met a girl trying to, holler, you know what I'm saying? Like dudes out here trying to look for some love, man, you know what I'm saying? He hits her up, when you free, you know what I'm saying? So we could parlay. Like she say, yo, I'm come through, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? And then she calls her boyfriend. She hits up her boyfriend, her real boyfriend. Yo, I think the text she said, I want to hit a lick or something like that. So he comes, he thinking he gonna go on a date. Instead of going on a date, he took her to McDonald's, I think, or something like that. They was gonna go on a date, and then they went to Wendy's or McDonald's. And then after After they went to McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever, I think it was, he got ambushed. You know what I'm saying? And they was trying to get some money out of dude, but apparently he ain't had no money. You know, and I guess they didn't believe him, or they got frustrated with him because he didn't have no money. Sometimes that happens. You know, they come in to get the money from you. You ain't got no money. You like, yo, I don't got no money, bro. Like, and they feel like they wasted their time. They unalived them, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, fellas, please be vigilant. Keep your head on a swivel out here. When you talking to these women, at least get to know them better. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to start taking our time. I know we used to going fast, fellas, but now is the days to switch the roles around. You know what I'm saying? So we got to start taking our time. You know what I mean? For real. And just get to know them before you get, especially if you Facebook dating and all that. You getting texting people. You out here going on a date with somebody you don't know. It could be your last date, man. But yeah, salute to you if you made it this far. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that like button, click that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Click the bell so that you stay notified when I drop lives like these. Appreciate each and every one of y'all that tuned in. And until next time, y'all, man. Be safe out here, man.